tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Raiders going up against the Redskins. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the Oakland Raiders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Redskin team as they interplay here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. So out comes the Redskins offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by Kirk Cousins, their Pro Bowl quarterback, in his 6th season now.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
And here a look at the offensive starters for the Redskins.
The Washington offense in 2016 ended up ranked in the top 5 in the NFL. In fact, they were number 3 overall. So how did they get it done? Well, head coach Jay Gruden, he's the guy who's really the master play caller. He's known for his ability to throw the football, but he'd love to run it. They were only number 21 in the league in 2016, coupled with number 2 in throwing the ball. If they're able to get their running numbers up, they could really be dangerous in 2017. Trust me, Brandon, I'm not about to try and take your job. I can't do what you do. But that wasn't just 3 and out. That felt like 3 and backwards.
Well, that's exactly what it was. You can have my job whenever you want it. The drive that you're looking for, though, probably going forward. Bad start to the ball game.
Yeah, not the way to get things going.
Taken from just outside the 30. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. On 1st down, Carr. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Jared Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT. And that makes it 7-zip Oakland. Out to kick is Janikowski. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
Now it's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks.
When I evaluated Jamison Crowder coming out of Duke, I thought he was already a pro in how he approached the game and ran routes, and I think his head coach Jay Gruden agrees.
Yeah, he has said repeatedly we want to keep him on the field as much as possible. He had 847 yards, 7 touchdowns a season ago. A look at the numbers from a week ago for Reed. 5 catches, 51 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
Brian Quick, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. 3rd and short yardage, Cousins. That's complete. It's Brian Quick. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
The punt on the first drive, looking at another one here, just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Now on 1st down. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Raiders. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Janikowski on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now Cousins. connection made to Terrell Pryor. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
This is Kelly, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They'll face a third down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Kelly. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Fresh set of downs here. They go play action here on 1st down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. On 2nd down, Lynch. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. On 3rd down, they go Lynch. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
On is the punter King to send it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mario Edwards in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Cousins now on 2nd down. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27.
On think there's any question that Jordan Reed is as athletic as any tight end in the league. All right, I don't think there's any debate about that. The hard part is just him being able to be healthy.
And when he's on the field, though, boy, does he take them to another level, doesn't he?
He certainly does. Changes the game for them because they can use him in so many different spots and create mismatches against the defense.
No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. In just 2 minutes' time, don't forget we'll get you to Orlando for our halftime report. To bring it to you, who else but Larry Ridley?
Now that man knows his football. Go get him, Larry.
And this is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will get it at their 20-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now Carr throwing on second down. A right side catch by Crabtree. Michael Crabtree's going to go. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Michael Crabtree, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And it is now 21-0. Out to kick is Janikowski. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is...
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Mario Edwards in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. They run it here with Thompson. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. This is taken at the 18. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Redskins now for 2 straight weeks are having trouble throwing the football. The Raiders have done enough on that end to disrupt the flow, and that's played into it as well. So let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. 1st and 10, Cook's wide open, able to make the grab. He gone as he sprints into the end zone. Now 1st and 10, that puts them up by a touchdown. Lynch is going to take off here, and he's gone as he sprints to the end zone. Lead now at 14. Raiders have it on 2nd and 5. Crabtree's by himself here, and this play goes for a score. The lead grows to 21. Down to late in the first half. Edwards has got the sack here. This ends up as a huge loss in yardage. So that'll do it from here in Orlando. Let's get back up to our nation's capital as we rejoin Brandon Guy.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. How will Marshawn Lynch fare? That's the question in the Bay Area. Been out of the game for a year. What do you think?
I think he'll fare just fine. I don't think that they'll use him as often as he was used in Seattle. But when they turn him loose, I think it'll be to great advantage for Oakland.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Carr to throw on 2nd down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Michael Crabtree with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Janikowski now for the point after. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Out to kick is Janikowski. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball...
And the Raiders have got him.
Offside defense.
Let's get into the weeds here a little bit, partner. The Raiders last year, road games only, committed the most penalties in NFL history for the most penalty yardage in NFL history.
Yeah, hard to believe in something they have to shore up when they're playing away from home. A give left side, Kelly. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
And that's another stop for the defense. Something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
On third down, Cousins. And the third down pass falls incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Tressway now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Michael Crabtree and company now heading back onto the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Got it complete to Crabtree. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Carr. And Cook has it left side. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And he's brought down. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They run again on 1st down, Lynch. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A 10th carry of the game for Marshawn Lynch. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. This carry, despite the extra effort, will be stopped short of the 10. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger.
Sebastian Janikowski has fashioned quite a career. I wonder if he's just a little bit jealous, though, because Adam Vinatieri leads him in just about every category. That's the only guy ahead of him.
Yeah, he's second in points, field goals made, extra points made, you name it, but he still had a heck of a career.
A monster career, an incredible leg.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Well, the drive starts with Rob Kelly, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And this is a blowout. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
This is taken around the 12. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Time to discuss Michael Crabtree. He's north of 150 yards in this game. He's been doing his thing, hasn't he?
That he has, and he's been enjoying himself. And it's the type of game that you get locked into a pretty good groove. May not be record-shattering, but it's the type of game that if you accumulate that throughout a season, you're going to be one of the top receivers in the game.
See how much they incorporate him here on this drive. They'll keep pounding here with Lynch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. 1st down, the run with Lynch. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Carr now on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now. 2
big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Lynch. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Ball spotted at the 4. It's 2nd and goal. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Lynch. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Marshawn Lynch with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders are pouring it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Out to kick is Janikowski. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. And some room to work. Space to maneuver at the 40. And a good hit there and knocked down hard. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. First down, here's Cousins. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Second down, Cousins. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. To throw, Cousins. He's going to let it fly, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Smith. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Defense.
So they lost yardage, and they decline the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. They're looking for a spark defensively. When he went for that ball, probably thought he had a chance at the pick. Now, remember, they had 2 last week in the win. Obviously losing here.
Well, you talk about looking for a spark, and the best sparks are when you make big plays for your team, and he had an opportunity there. Couldn't haul it in, but that doesn't mean they're going to back off at all. They figure if they can get one of those takeaways, they can spark their team to a win. Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Here's Manuel. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. and never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
no, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows, you may meet up with this team again.
Cousins to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Kellen. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. From the gun, here's Cousins. That'll go as a loss of 9, and it leads to third down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Cousins now. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
This is taken at the 15. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side,